All right, this is a live upload. It's not a Hangout. Not going to put out the link. There is no link. All right, so Thunderfoot has made a video about the social justice warriors, and I said I saw this coming, right? So I want to say I told you so. That really this anti-feminism thing is about being against the very idea of social justice. Now, these people would say, no, we're not against social justice. It's just the social justice warriors that make a business out of whining about these social justice issues. But it comes back to whether there's a problem with social injustice. And there is, right? So this reactionary attitude against people that would point out that there's social injustice. I mean, it's just, as I've been pointing out, it's like if you think that feminism was okay when it was suffragism or whatever, the suffragettes, but then it went too far. Well, it hasn't gone too far worldwide. You really ought to be pointing out all the things we could do in the world. And the idea that maybe there's relativism, like, well, they just want to oppress their women in that culture. Well, I think the principle of the same principle that says that the culture could make its own decisions about what its mining regulations are or what its regulations about eating dog meat are the same things that say that an individual has to say for themselves. So you can't say that, well, maybe they don't want democracy. Well, we'd have to ask every single person. I guarantee you some of the people do want democracy or the chance to leave or et cetera, et cetera. And I personally, I believe in that as something worth fighting for. It's not a matter of, but can you prove that individual human rights is correct? No, it's that's not the question. The question is, am I willing to fight for individual human rights? And I am. That's the only question. So, why would I do that if I'm a relativist and a skeptic? Well, because I've concluded based on human nature. Humans need food and water. You know, uh, they need to be in a stress-free environment and things like that in order to have a chance to be productive. And them being productive is of value to me. I can conclude that human rights are necessary in my worldview of how things can possibly and should work. So you can't just say, oh, society might want to do that, right? So these are things we have to work for worldwide, social justice. And the fact is, if you work on feminism in other countries, you'll see that, oh, we do still have some of those same kind of problems. They're just masked and different and so on and so forth. It might be true they're not they're first world problems and maybe they should be worked on later. Whatever, I'm saying work on them later. I'm saying work on the obvious problems as a priority. And in terms of social justice in general, I mean, what does Thunderfoot do? He takes some people that he's battling with online and shows how there's infighting. Oh, well, what does that say about social justice itself or injustice? Nothing, because you want to say nothing about it. And if you don't care about it and want to say nothing about it, okay. But the net result is nothing being said by you. That doesn't mean that we're going to all stop saying that the world is in a mess of injustice, including the Western world, because they're spending billions of our dollars spying on us instead of keeping our roads up. So we're not going to give up. You don't care? Fine. We do care. And we're going to act on that.